Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Ritter, and we're going to be doing something a little different with this video and subsequent videos. Um, you're actually going to ride along with the real Ritter and hear his thoughts, a little more role playing. So we're here in our home garage in Flagstaff. Got a picture of our old truck with the retinor covered wagon and whatnot, you know. So yeah. Anyways, we're warming up. Dude, get out of my seat. I gotta go somewhere. But yeah, so we're gonna go pick up a what should we call it? It's a lift, like not scissor lift, but just a boom lift. Yeah, I'm gonna go pick one of those up. It's a JLG brand. Actually, just across the street, there's a equipment company. So we're gonna go get that, and then we're taking it to Burns, Oregon. So anyways, we're gonna go pick that up. First we gotta go attach our trailer. It's parked outside here, and then yeah, we're gonna get going. And you might hear my dog walking around in the sleeper back there. Depends on if this mic picks it up. But anyways, I'm gonna bring you guys along for the ride. Said we're already nice and warmed up. Let's get our headlights on. It's about 8:15 in the morning here in Flagstaff. No snow, but it's cool and foggy. There's our step deck. We're using our Max step deck. Pretty much our main trailer. Sometimes rates are better for moving equipment, which was originally the original start for Ritter Transport. Because back in the day, I couldn't find a lot of flatbed loads, but I found a lot of equipment loads, which usually the opposite is true, but you know. So yeah, we'll get hooked up to our trailer here. A little bit more. Sometimes this is trickier than it looks. Should get it. Let's see here. Oh, must have slipped it a little bit. I'm an experienced Ritter trucker here, and I missed that hook. Alright, we're actually gonna that should get it. Alright. Let's hook our trailer up. Turn that off. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Let's get it going here. Alright, our cables are hooked up. Everything's looking good. All right. Looking good. Let's get going. Got my ramps here, just in case, we need those. All right. So you guys weren't there when I first turned on the truck. I figured you didn't need 15 minutes of me drinking coffee waiting for the truck to warm up. Already got fuel, so we should be good to go. It is definitely foggy this morning. Hopefully we don't run across too much snow, but headed up toward Oregon this time of year. That's where the lift is going, by the way. Can be tricky, and pulling out of this garage can be tricky, as you just saw. Just going to ease out. Hopefully nobody comes up from nowhere and nails my truck. Alright. And immediately hit a red light. How about that? Place we gotta go is right there on the right. Pardon the noise. Okay. So yeah, stuck here at this red light. Waiting to go right there. Okay. Kind of swing this a little wide. I've hauled stuff for these guys for years, and I keep complaining about, like, guys, you need to fix your gate. Get big trucks in and out here all the time. What do you think? What are you thinking? Hold up traffic for a second while I take this job. So yeah, JLG 600S man lift from Flagstaff to Burns, Oregon. It's gonna be a pretty long run, but so we'll have to sleep along the way and pace it out. Here we go. Let's go find where we need to load. Oh, I know the spot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to just go ahead and get position because I'm pretty sure it's right there. Yep. So I'm gonna whip it around this way. It's like I've been here before. A million times, so now that I'm recording it, now that I have people riding along with me, I will mess it up real good for sure. Follow the tracks of those who have come before me. Alright. I can't check my phone, I'm driving. Be very safe of me. If y'all heard that notification just now. There we go. Got to close that building. Well, yeah, I told you. Told you I wasn't going to get it right because I'm recording it. Got the yips. Alright. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Light adjustments. I'm not quite sure how they're going to get the lift on my trailer backed up to a fence like this, but magic. There we go. It's gonna be the whole video. Get her in there. Straighten it out. I should have it. Oh, they're picky today. Sometimes they'll be in there practically sideways and it gives me the green light. And today I'm in there pretty straight and it's like, nope. There it is. There you go. Yeah. Alright. Let me turn my engine off while they load me. So I'm not quite sure how they're going to do it. and you guys are not going to see, so you're just going to have to believe me when I tell you it's magic. So yeah, I can't believe how they got that on there. That was amazing. Can't believe you didn't see it, and I can't tell you about it. Wow, that was incredible. All right, we got a trip to make. But first, before we get going, 18 hours. We cannot drive for 18 hours straight. That is illegal, and I wouldn't want to do it. I'm thinking probably gonna try to make it to here to get some sleep outside of Salina, Utah. So that tells me that that's 7 hours 48 minutes away, which is well within my legal amount of driving time. But there is a portion here. Once we get to Page, we're on 89 and 89A and these state roads through here into Utah. It might take a little more time than that, so we'll see. So hopefully that's where I want to go. I want to make it to Salina, or actually wherever this town is outside Salina, to this truck stop before I stop for the day. All right, so let's get on it. Also not pictured while the, during the cut scene was me strapping it down, double checking it, all that good stuff. But we are ready to roll. We'll go right by our garage again, then head out of town on 89 up toward Page. I'm gonna go. I have to turn left, buddy. Here we go. Sorry, I have a red light. In the worst possible spot. Maybe you can squeeze by me. Alright. There's my garage. See y'all later. Everybody behave while the boss is gone. So there used to be a Peterbilt dealership right here. And that's kind of one of the reasons behind me having a W900B now. Once Peterbilt of Flagstaff went away, could get a good deal on a new 389, which is what I usually want. And Kenworth of Phoenix said, hey, we got a deal for you. And I test drove this truck and loved it. And was just really happy with the ride quality. Just something a little different for a change, so, So I wound up with a W900B. Hanging the Louie right here. As soon as this guy goes by. It's a Mustang, come on. I know you can go faster than that. Sometimes this can be an easy road, sometimes it can be a little screwy. Let's see what we got today. Headed out of town. And parts of this, I'll probably maintain 65. Well, I'm actually going above speed limit right now a little bit. Just kind of hold it right there. I actually do 65 on some of the 65 parts in Arizona anyways, but then Utah it'll be signed for 65 and there'll be, the tightest curves you ever saw, and I'm just not going to sling my truck around at that speed. So we'll see. Probably stop for a little beverage, you know, restroom break or whatever in town of Kanab. I think that's how you say it. There's a nice little fuel stop up there. Place to stretch my legs for a minute. Double check my load, make sure it's, you know, still strapped down, still chained down. Yeah, chained down. Okay, we got some guys here that don't know what 65 mile an hour means. Ooh, a hill that's about 5 feet tall. Hope your truck makes it. Barely started the trip and already getting road ragey. Seriously. I've said before, I think they put go-kart engines in these trucks. I don't get it. I know we can't all have, you know, a 600 horsepower beast of a Cummins like this Kenworth, but you gotta have something a little better than what you got. Jeez. That's alright, we have to slow down up here anyways for the roundabout. The roundabout. Not deserve your CDL if you're that freaked out by a roundabout. We're doing 13. Please be going to the truck stop. Ah, you're not. You're gonna be doing 45 and 65 all the way probably to Burns, Oregon. We're gonna get a little aggressive here. So now we're around those idiots. Let's get going. I think it's still slow enough for this curve. Alright, phone, shut up. I'm trying to record a video. Here we go. Let's keep this at 55, and then once we get through this little stretch, bump her back up. That's the thing, I'll do below the speed limit when it's called for, but doing 13, I don't know about that. Even through a roundabout, I mean, it's a pretty wide roundabout. Speed limit right here is 65, so I'm going to keep it at that. You go that way to Kayenta and then on Monument Valley and those parts of Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico. But we're going this way. We're going to this part of Utah and then on up through Idaho and then to Oregon. Be a good time. Alright. So here we are. Up to highway speed for a little bit. And since you know, I kept my garage in Flagstaff, and since I'm based out of Flagstaff, these are some of my most familiar roads right through here. Driven the stretch of Flagstaff to Page so many times. About to do it with my eyes shut. As I take that curve way too fast, but hey. Yeah. This is casual driving right here. Just kicking it. Kicking it in the K-Dub. That's a little stuttery. Kicking it in the K-Dub. Pulling my max step deck. Probably my favorite trailer. Take that road. Look kind of rough. I think I don't have to take it. So yeah. Anybody know any good ghost stories through here? I think I heard one time about a family driving home to Flagstaff from Page. There was something that like jumped out the road at them. They sort of avoided it and almost wrecked, and they got home. Some sort of creature. And then when they got home, I think it was somewhere through here off 89 in the desert. They got home. It was like all these strange figures, and like men started standing in their front yard, like waiting for them to come outside and wouldn't go away until morning came. Or something like that. It's been a while since I heard the story. It was kind of related to just, a lot of the lore in the area. Here's where we slow down, because these are some real curves. Plus, the speed limit's about to drop to 35, because we're getting into Page. Then it'll drop to 25 up here when we cross over Glen Canyon, which is pretty cool. Yep, there are Page. But you don't really see much of Page here on 89. It's over yonder. Make a ride over there. Back when I was growing the tanker business, I used to go visit the refinery in town over here a lot. Then I hired a guy named Arthur to yank tankers out of there. One of my most senior employees, and kind of put him over the whole tanker thing. He had experience in hazmat and tanker, and so he's kind of the perfect lead driver for that. Alright, so yeah, here we go. We're crossing over Glen Canyon. Picture right over here is Glen Canyon Dam. There's Glen Canyon. I believe that's Lake Powell behind it. So there you go. Mighty scenic. And the speed limit bumps back up to 35 right here, but I'm going to keep it at 25 for a minute because it is a little bit wily getting up to the top of this hill. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and drop it here. Or drop half a gear, really. Good old 18 speed. It's gear for just about everything. This has got a 3.25 rears, so not the heaviest torque, but also not a weenie either when it comes to pulling things. Kind of an ideal flatbed rear end, if you ask me. I can still do about 70 without too many RPMs in 8H, but it can still pull a little bit too. Speed limit's 55, which I'll get up to, well, 65. I'll probably keep it at 55 because these are some pretty curvy roads. This is a big truck, not a zippy little car. You see, we got a 45-mile-an-hour curve right here. Ain't made it to 55 yet. I already need to slow down. Grade. Jake brake action. So, not talking too much through here just because I got to focus on my driving. Set with the RPMs revving kind of high like that, just to make sure I don't lug. It should be good for this curve because it's rated for 50. We're doing 45. up here is where I was talking about I'll take my little break. And so even though the speed limit is 65 right through here, I can get up to speed, which I am a little bit. I'll be slowing right back down here in a second. Because a ton of Kanabs right here. Yeah, Geralt, I know you want me to keep on going straight. You're going to whine at me for this. But, a man's got to hit the loo, you know? So, yeah, we're going to come in here. We're still really good on fuel. We fueled up back at the terminal. Yeah, I know, Geralt. You're mad at me for diverging. But we're going to pull up here. Here, it's a little bit of a squirrely parking spot if some Swift driver or CR England driver, you know, swings around too tight, hits my truck. But we're only gonna be here for a second. We're not parking overnight. So, all right, I'm gonna go in, get me a drink, hit the restroom, and advise you do the same because we're not stopping again until we hit Selena. All right, I'll see you guys. I'll see you again here in a little bit.